Hello. Today we will be talking about Jeepers Creepers Reborn, made in 2022. Now, lately this movie has received a lot of criticism and hate, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really understand why. I mean, I think it's a pretty good movie. I don't think it's honestly unwatchable. It's kind of, I guess, it could be personal preference, but I think everyone should give it a shot and see. I want to, like, kind of hear other people's opinions, but me watching this, there wasn't a lot that I could really nitpick. I mean, if you really wanted to go through and, be like, oh, that, blah, blah, yeah, but it wasn't anything that I thought would really be unwatchable. For example, a lot of people are saying how it doesn't tie into any of the other movies, but there's a scene where it shows a doll of Derry from the first movie, and there's a doll that also looks like the old lady from the first movie, the cat lady. And also, as it's like panning across the shot, it also shows that the creeper patches from Jeepers Creepers 3, like the Creeper Squad, those patches on their jackets that were like the bat skull and all, like the, I don't know what you want to call that, the like head wing thing. um, and I was like, right there, that ties into two of the movies. And you know, all this stuff about how in this like movie it talks about how they've made movies about like the creeper, and like kind of like how in Scream they made like the stab movies and all that. It's kind of like that. And the creeper's like a widely known, I shouldn't say widely known, but he's like kind of like Bigfoot. Like they're like, he's out there and he haunts people and kills them and takes all their, the story that we know. And so there's that issue right off the bat that I completely can like counter. And then the other problem people are having is, oh, he looks a lot different. Like, it does not the same creeper. Hashtag not my creeper. It's been 23 years. Of course he doesn't look the same. That just makes sense. I mean, he's been around for ever? Question mark? Like, of course he doesn't look the same. That's, kind of explains to how he's been around for so long, and, how he has been caught, because he looks a little different. And it's not really a difference that I think personally breaks the bank. It's different. I will give them that. But it's not like, oh, he's terrible. Like, I think the design in Jeepers Creepers 3 was a little worse than what we're working with in this one. I mean, take a look. I mean, this is Reborn, obviously. He's dark. He's like a brownish color. He's not like that dark gray. Or in Jeepers Creepers 2, he's like that, like black, like wet looking kind of like nighttime look they're going for. But he's also a lot more present in this movie, and it pans more on him than just kind of like the black shadow in the background. It's a lot more creeper. And that's another thing people don't like. They don't like the whole creeper. They like the black blob in the distance, or just shadow. And I get it. For the first two movies, that's cool, but you gotta evolve. You can't make every single movie the exact same, or it's gonna get boring really, really fast. I mean, it is. So that's Jeepers Creepers Reborn. And then, of course, Jeepers Creepers 1, where, as I said, he's got, like, that gray, like, kind of skin tone and everything. And, I mean, he still has the... I wish I had a name to call that. We'll call it the fear hood. The fear hood that opens up and, kind of, like, gets that fear extracted from people. And it shows that in this one, of course. It's, again, same creature, just different look. And everything with that. But there's only a few things that I can really nitpick about this movie. And one, you can obviously tell where they started filming before COVID and continued filming after COVID, because, you can tell the first good chunk of the movie, all live action, live actors, like multiple people on set together, crowds of people, groups of people. And then there's like the last, like, probably like last half hour of the movie, 45 minutes. the CGI starts to get a little touchy, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like, it's kind of like it looks like an amateur did it. But again, nothing that I wouldn't tell anybody not to really watch this movie. I wouldn't say, "Oh, that's terrible. Don't watch that. That's garbage." I mean, they were working with what they had. Come on, COVID kind of took a beating from all of us here, but I story-wise, I think the movie sets up a really good continuation point. Like, it's kind of 23 years later, here's where we start. Now, and along on top of the people complaining about CGI and story and all that, this is just a building block to continue from. Like, this doesn't have to be, this is our product, love it or hate it. This could be the, maybe we didn't do such a good job, but let's keep going from here and, make it a little better, improve on what people didn't like. That's kind of about how most movies go, honestly. I mean, look at Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How many reiterations of that movie have we seen? How many are good? How many are bad? Or The Leprechaun. Leprechaun Origins? Garbage movie. Do not watch. I promise we will talk about that in a future video. So stay tuned. But then after not Jeepers Creepers, Leprechaun Origins, Leprechaun Returns. Good movie. It ties into the first one completely. I honestly enjoyed it. Some of the jokes were a little too over the whatever, but still overall good movie. But enough about Leprechaun. Back to Jeepers Creepers. It's just, I can't understand where people are coming from complaining. It's just, I get it. It's a different thing. We all like what is normal, what we're used to. We've been seeing the same creeper for the last 20 years. But change is good, and I really want you guys to watch this movie, and please give me your opinion, love or hate. I can see both sides of the argument, and I will take that. I will not tell anybody to not have their opinion. I'm not going to be one of those people who's, this movie's great, best movie ever, you have to like it, or you're not a real fan. It's created by a completely different person. I mean, I can understand it's not same story, same whatever, I get that. So, please, I encourage people to watch this movie and give it a chance. Don't go into it, like, I kind of went into it trying to find things people were complaining about, but honestly, I really would like people to not go into it that way. And also, I'm sorry to backtrack, but this just reminded me of saying people complaining. Another thing people were complaining about is, like, when it would go to, like, kill somebody, like, it would cut away at the last second right before the kill happened, and I didn't really think that. I mean, there was, like, I think one kill where that happened, and it really wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't, again, anything that I would say, terrible movie. I mean, plenty of movies do that. I just watched, what was I watching the other day? I was watching, Predator. I was watching Predators on Hulu, and it cuts away from the kills. It doesn't show every last. We live in a society where it has just, we are so used to seeing the blood and the guts and, all that on Facebook and TikTok and all that. It doesn't always have to be over the top gore, Final Destination, cut their head off, organs spilling out. But I think it was like I said, one kill where he turned, like, it panned away and it panned back while he was attacking him. It wasn't really anything to write home about. But overall, I think I'd give this movie like a 7 out of 10, a 6.5 if you're really feeling down low on it. Or if you really, really want to go down on it, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. But I honestly can't go lower than that. As I said, I think it's a perfect starting point for a continuation of a saga. It could pick up and just continue going. The ending, I won't spoil the ending, but the ending, perfect cliffhanger. People said they didn't like it, but I want to see your opinion. I thought it set up the perfect next continuation of this movie. But as I said, I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Please go watch this movie and let me know. Thank you for watching my first video. Tell me how I did. I am always open to criticism, improving, or say what you like, say what you'd like to see. I would definitely like to get a little better with my, editing. I'm sorry, you just have to look at like 3 pictures and all that, but I promise we'll get there. This is a journey together. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me movie suggestions that you think I should check out. Anything. I'm open to it. Thank you guys for watching.